Brightest blessings, everybody. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. Hi, I'm Elizabeth. I am a divine channeler, a medium, as well as a remote spirit extractor specialist, and I am a divine twin flame on the path to union. And I have your messages for May, angel channel messages for May, which I am so completely thrilled about. And boy, I had gone through some intense emotions while channeling this, so I'm really excited to share this with those of you, especially who are twin flames. This is very twin flame centered for these messages, and wow, I think that this is really going to make a lot of you very, very happy, and I'm pretty positive that many of you out there have been receiving very similar messages, but maybe you're just not too sure if you can trust it. If this is really true, and that's what I love about the channel, is that I'm able to channel these messages, put them out there to the public, and I get to hear back from so many of you who go, oh my gosh, you just revalidated that for me, and you confirmed it for me, and it's a really wonderful thing to be able to do that. Just a couple of announcements. First of all, for those of you who have subscribed to the channel, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart and soul that I have really beautiful, loyal subscribers, and it's really just amazing to have that interaction with you. And I really appreciate each and every one of you who watch the channel. And I welcome anyone who's new to the channel, because I realize that there's always new people and that many of you are actually guided to the channel, which is great. And I love how, Source works with that, how the angels work with that, that they're just able to just kind of send you over to the channel and give you that little push to just click on a video, because there's something there that's very, very important for you. There's a message for you. And many of you who have actually just clicked on a video have become subscribers. So that's amazing. I trust that fully. Announcement as far as inquiries for readings go, and as far as spirit extraction inquiries. The spirit extraction inquiries, I'm actually not taking any new spirit extraction inquiries again. I had started it up a little bit, and it was just a whole sea of people. So I have some people still that are working on things, so they're preparing, and it's just a lot. And I've had some really severe emergencies that actually popped up too. So I just want people to understand out there that if I do not get back to you for a little bit of time, I don't want to throw out a number of days in case that's been that's been changing a little bit. So I don't want to give you exact turnaround time, but let's just say that I'm trying. My goal is to get back to everyone within approximately about a few days. And this is because I do the remote spirit extraction work, and this work is really unique. It takes some time to scan cases. Some of these cases are really, really bad, and they're life or death. So I have to do everything that I can to clear myself, and this even has to do with being able to connect with people through email or through the phone. So I have to be able to clear myself, ground myself, re-energize myself. I have to be able to look into these cases adequately, let people know if there's anything that they need to do in order to prepare for the case, if they have to work on anything such as karma, or if there are ritual requests to put out there. So these cases do take some time. So I have that end of it, and I've had some really an influx of cases come up, and some of them have been rather severe. So I just never know when there's going to be an emergency that pops up. And I also have, of course, I have the reading work. So I'm a medium and also a divine channeler. And many of you are twin flames. So these are twin flame channeled readings. So I have a twofold mission that's happening here. So I try my best. And also the fact too is that I'm on this journey as a twin flame, and I am not in union yet. I am working towards that, like so many of you, and a lot of things come up. And so there's things that I have to do to, for my own journey, healing and such. And some of those things as you know, if you're an authentic twin flame, come out of left field. So with that said, I do apologize if it takes me some time, so I appreciate your patience. I do try to get to everyone and let you know if I am guided to move forward to give you a service, or if it's not in highest good and we're not a vibrational match, but you know, to get back to you, to respond to you. So thank you for your patience. It's been a lot, and if you're on this journey, I'm sure that you understand that. So now on to the messages. I have them here. Here they are. I'm like the journalist here, the angelic journalist. For those of you who don't know, I do a lot of channeled automatic writing, which I have here, but I also get a lot of things direct. I'm also a physical channel. I don't do this on YouTube because it would kind of come off a little strange if I were to do that. It comes off somewhat robotic, but I am a physical channeler, and I just want to add this little thing in as far as full moon. This full moon, of course, has been intense, the full pink moon in Scorpio, and for me, I had some pretty significant angers that came up from my divine masculine that I had to address. So we have a lot of things that are coming up as far as our beloveds, whether they be divine masculine, whether they be divine feminine, who are the ones that are basically awakening. And so it was a pretty profound thing that happened there. And so we are finding ourselves releasing some of these last things before union. And this full moon has been intense as far as some things coming up and transitions that have been happening. I've been getting the Tower, as I don't read tarot when I do my readings for people, but I do have that symbol, and that symbol has been coming up a lot. So we're seeing the breaking down of a lot in your beloved space. And for those of you who are watching this, who are the awakened one, we are seeing a lot of that, the transition, the really harsh transitions, and the being able to close the old chapter down and open the new chapter up. So I don't want to say any more than that, because I want to go off of what the angels have given me. But yeah, we're seeing these last huge transitions before a lot of stuff goes down, guys. Good stuff, really good stuff. So let me get into these, and I would love to know your comments if you have been receiving many of these same messages. Yeah, it's really great to be in touch with you, and I'm really honored that I'm able to share this with people. And actually, in turn, you guys are helping me too, because by me doing this work, I get to speak to so many, especially twin flames, all around the world. And we all are helping each other, we're healing each other, and you guys are revalidating things from my own journey too. So, so thank you. Thank you for doing that. And we're all keeping each other in the faith and in the trust, which is so important. So important, especially right now. It's really, really important before things really take off. Okay, so the messages for May. There are unions that will be coming into the manifested world, and these unions will begin to create loving templates of the unconditional that will be bringing Gaia back into the original oneness that she originally had been. The unions of twin flames will be divinely assisted and brought into form. Those who have been struggling with their beloveds need not worry that they will not communicate nor be brought into remembrance, for all beloveds who have chosen to ascend together are now progressing forward into the physical features of their dynamic. Communication will be the focus, and this will be the healing aspects that will allow for understanding and acceptance of the alchemical marriage. And I just wanted to mention, for those of you who live in the Northern Hemisphere that follow the old path, or the Celtic Wheel of the Year, that Beltane is actually May 1st or May Day, and that is the alchemical marriage right there. So we're within the time of that with the marriage of the god and the goddess. So that's something also that's really magical and really beautiful as far as May, and really echoes what's happening here with the twin flame journey. May will usher in unions of the manifested and will be very swift for many. The physical aspects of the journey will be different for every couple. However, we assure you that the physical aspects are unfolding in all ways. From telepathic communication comes the understanding of the beloved, and this will continue forward as the main way that spiritual communication shall proceed before entering into a physical union, where the beloved shall live together and create a harmonious life that is balanced and complementary. Balance is the focus of May. Uniformity, the balance of the female and male aspects, as we had said in regards to May Day or Beltane. The duality being firmly anchored within each partner. The physical love is here, dear ones. The sun will shine brighter and longer, and bring the light of Christ and the light of truth to the physical embodiment of the twin flames. The experiences of your beloved, who you may not be physically with at this time, is one of transition and release. And surely, and that's what I was just sharing with you. Really very, very intense energies right now. This preparation is a cleansing that will enable your beloved to accept the synchronicity signs and experiences that have been happening behind closed doors. So at this time, if you're not physically with your twin flame, please know, and this is coming from someone who's not only on the journey, but reads for twin flames pretty much daily all over the world, is that your beloved, even if you are not hearing from them in the physical right now, they are going through so many of the experiences, the twin flame experiences, the number signs, the synchronicities, the telepathy. The telepathy is highlighted, guys. The telepathy has been there for everyone. Everyone who I've read has been experiencing this, whether they have fully accepted that they're a twin or not. They admit that they are experiencing it. Okay, so your beloved is going through this. They may still be closing down certain things in their lives, certain things ending. But sure enough, they are experiencing you, okay, even if they are not allowing you to know that. So I wanted that to definitely be said there. Those who are within karmic partnerships are officially ending contracts and moving on to the beloved in which they have felt so strongly towards for so long, but have denied themselves of when truth was presented many times. The time has come for the divine to push the beloveds together with a swift, strong hand of service to the earth. And this is really beautiful and important to know that the divine intervention is so strong now in terms of physicality. Okay, so I remember this time, like last year, we were talking about unions, but it was more like the energetic union, that kind of divine intervention happening. But this is all focused this year on the physical, and the divine interventions are absolutely taking care of so much. So it's really important to understand that and to accept that, and not to put those worries out there, because the divine, they got this. They got this. They truly do. The togetherness of the twin flames shall be such a sight to behold. We are extremely proud of all. The work and sacrifices you have made in regards to your beloveds and your own self-mastery. All is culminating now. All is unfolding, the final stage of manifested union. Words that have not been said are being said. Reaching out and traveling to your beloveds is being guided strongly. So many of the twin flames who who I speak to, they live in different areas, they live in different states, some in different countries, and they are getting very strong pulls to visit that state or move to that state or visit that country or move to that country. And I just want to be able to say to you guys that please listen to your guidance. I'm one of those twins where there will be a move for me to another state eventually. And just know that if you are receiving that guidance, you're receiving that guidance to visit, you're receiving that guidance to move. So this is not any type of forceful action. This is all guidance. So if you're guided to do that, pay attention to this because they cannot force you. They cannot force you. They are absolutely giving a lot of directions and a lot of guidance to twins now, all centered on the taking action part. So just keep that in mind and leave the fear behind as best as you can. If you're a beloved who has been wondering if a change of location is in the highest good, we say to you, feel the answer and to pay attention to the directions that we have been sending you. Many at this time will be guided to take action, and the actions will produce results that are within the highest good of both. This may not be what you have imagined. Okay, so there's that as far as letting go of all expectations. Okay, just allowing everything to happen and being present. However, details will be taken care of and the timing will be paced perfectly. The alchemical marriage is the theme for May, the unfolding of your physical, manifested unions. For some, it will be that you will come together to first look upon each other with physical eyes, and this will be quite a magnetic pull and a beating of your one heart. This will create such an intense and magnificent sensation throughout your body that could never be ignored nor forgotten. This will then lead to the answers that you seek, and those answers could never be denied or not acted upon. As you see, true love has a way of engulfing you in such a pleasurable sensation of peace and joy that you will feel with no one else. For others, they will come back together with their beloveds after a time span and will be free to enter the physical partnership due to being free of all karmic contracts. So remember, those of you who may be in the middle of divorce or on the verge of divorce, these things, it's not easy to be able to do that. There's legalities, of course, involved too. It's literally coming out of one life and starting up another. But these things are happening now. Okay, the karmic contracts, from what I have been channeling, for most people, the karmic contracts are over, and it's just a matter of being able to depart from each other. But this is happening because if you have chosen this journey and you have been within a karmic partnership, or your beloved is still within a karmic partnership, the divine is just letting you guys know that these partnerships are ending. They are ending. Okay, and for many they are ended, but it's just a matter of being able to go through the legalities of everything and no longer live under the same roof. But it's time. It's time to join up with your beloved. The karmic contracts were necessary in order to heal and to learn from. Once the departings have been official, the twin flame beloved shall choose to bring their families together and to create an extended family of pure and powerful love. All members of the two families are connected as soul family, and their recognition shall be immediate. And this is something that I'm glad that they mentioned, because some of the twin flames who I read, they have the concern that, well, I have children, my twin has children, and whether or not the children are going to be able to transition in a peaceful way, and they're worried as to how that's going to affect their children. And what the divine really wants to let you know is that the children absolutely will transition in the best way possible. They will feel the love. They are connected. They are soul connected. So all of this will feel right. and it will work out for the highest good of all involved. So please know that if you do have that worry and you're very hesitant about taking the step that you feel in your heart is right as far as going through a divorce because you're afraid of affecting your children, so many twin flames or have been in karmic marriages and have children from those karmic marriages, but are meant to come together and bring the families together as one. And the children absolutely do take to your beloved. They are connected to your beloved. So please know that, and I'm hoping that will give you some peace of mind when it comes to that. For others, for other twin flames, the healing of patterns, conditions, and addictions shall free the beloveds from repeating these patterns, and a reconstructing of life shall be apparent. These beloveds will leave behind what has hindered them and what was harmful and limiting. They will choose to embrace their higher aspect and begin a clean slate. No matter what particular situation you find yourself in, no matter how much your beloved has ran and has denied you or has even persecuted you, their transformation will lead them home to love. Okay? It will. And this love will bless the earth with such wisdom and gifts that they will assist others who have not found their true power and connection to the divine yet. All is not for nothing. All is worth the obstacles and challenges that have come upon you. May will show you that miracles of union are a truth that the divine is revealing. Thank you for your faith, your healing work that has been difficult, your connection with us, and your beautiful light that shines upon Gaia. We have never left you. We have heard all requests for yourself and your beloved. We have acted upon each of them, whether you are aware of this or not. And this is something that I love to channel, because when I channel twin flames, often their spiritual team will mention that, okay, you have put this request out for such and such in regards to your twin flame, to your union. And it's just such an amazing moment, because usually my clients, oh my God, I asked for that. That's what I've been praying about every day, or I just asked for that the other night. And I love how they're able to confirm that not only are they hearing these specific requests, but since you are putting the request out there to your spiritual team, that gives them the ability to intervene, and they are acting upon it. So there's no need to question that. I love when that happens in readings. We are tirelessly assisting with all aspects of your manifested unions now, and we ask you to pay very close attention to what you are guided to do. If there is something that is coming up for you in terms of last patterns or beliefs or old wounds to heal from, now is the time to work through these and release their hold. You may do so for your beloved as well. And I just wanted to put out there, and I know, and definitely a shout out to Nicole from Angel Therapy. I love her channel. I love her. And I know she mentions this as far as letter writing. And I have to agree 111% that when you are able to take yourself aside and write a letter of releasing those emotions, releasing whatever you're holding against anyone, whatever hurts that you have kept in, repressed emotions from growing up with family or from ex-lovers, whoever it may be towards, writing a letter to them. You don't have to give it to them whatsoever. You can rip up the letter. You can burn the letter safely. But it really does help you to get that out and really heal through that. It's helped me so many times. I just recently did it the other day. And so I just like Nicole, I really encourage you guys that if you are still hurting from a parent or from an ex-lover, or even if you have criticized and judged yourself so harshly, to even write that letter to yourself. A lot of times it just takes for us to be able to really get it down on paper and release those emotions as authentically and honestly as we can, and let those tears out and just have those moments alone by ourselves, in a ceremonious way. even a simple ceremony, it really can shift so much in a very little time. So it's just something to think about that you may want to try if you haven't. If you are falling into doubt or disbelief of how your manifested union will be able to work, we ask you to release this so that you are working with us in order to bring your union into form now. The time has come for both beloveds to take each other's hands and walk the earth. The balance of the divine feminine and divine masculine. Who are the divine forces that will change it all? Thank you for allowing us to be heard, and we send blessings to all. So really, really strong messages of physical union. And I'm so excited. Again, when I was channeling these messages, I was really feeling very strong emotion in my heart with this. I was like, whew. When you channel, it's not only about being able to get the words, to get the information, but you actually feel the energy also. You're reacting to it. And it was rather intense. And so I must say that I know for myself, I've come to a place where I am in complete surrender and trust. I focus as much as I can on my own happiness, my own peace within each day. I focus on my mission and being able to help people in a balanced way. And I also, I've learned my limitations and my boundaries as far as my life too, and as far as my mission, and that not to forget myself with everything that I do. And the guidance to make sure that I'm eating correctly and sleeping correctly and partaking in things that make me happy, and creativity is a great big part of my life. I love music, I love poetry, I love crafts, I love to dance, I love to sing. I mean, there's so many things that I love to do, but a lot of times twin flames will get into this panic, and not so much anymore. I don't find that in readings that it happens very often. I think that most twins who are on this journey have now entered into a place of acceptance, and they are just witnessing so many synchronicities. It's still ongoing, and I always talk about these on Twitter. For those of you who follow me on Twitter, it's at Para_Priestess. I also have my YouTube one where I put up the shows, which is at ParaPriestessYT. But I'm always talking about some of the crazy experiences that I've been having. I have to share this one. I have to. I shared this one on Twitter, and literally, like, I live with my mother at this time. And sometimes, for the most part, she really does believe in what I've been going through. And she's been so supportive. And I'm really lucky to have that, especially when this journey is so crazy. But sometimes she questions, is this really going to happen? Or are these really signs? And all that type of thing. Well, a couple of days ago, literally, I said out loud to my mother, I was in another room, and I said to her, I said, my best friend, I said, it's time for my best friend's coming. And that's what I said. And after that, immediately after that, my Alexa, my Amazon Echo, goes off and plays Imagine Dragons Radioactive. I'm waking up. And I knew this to be a song that was my twin's higher self had played when we were in connection. And I always knew that this song to me was like the awakening into understanding about the journey. And nothing that I said remotely sounded like Alexa. So there was no reason for Alexa to go off. None. And she just went off and played this song. Okay, I think my mother and I were just basically, we're going to just eat our pants. That's just crazy. My Alexa's haunted. wow. I mean, you just like things like that. I mean, there's so many that I've been through that you cannot deny any of these signs and synchronicities. But that one right there, Alexa basically answering me about my twin. Like, your best friend? Yeah, he's waking up. It was incredible. It was incredible. I shared it on Twitter. So I don't, a lot of you may not be on Twitter, so I'm sharing it here. And, it just goes to show that this is really happening. And the 444 and the 222 and the 555 and just constant synchronicities that I know so many of you are getting. Those are not happening just for nothing. They're happening because things are unfolding in big, big, big ways. And I really hope that these messages that I shared confirm that for you, that it's not just about getting excited about the synchronicities, although they are fun and they are shocking sometimes. But just to know that this is absolutely real and it's absolutely progressing now with the final stage of manifested union. So everything is below, as above, so below. All the telepathy that you have been experiencing, I'm going to say this officially, you are not crazy. It is not in your head as some sort of schizophrenic voice. You are hearing your beloved. Your beloved is speaking to you. Most likely at night when you're lying in bed and you are hearing something like, "Hi, how are you? How are you doing?" or whatever it is. Please know you are not crazy, because guess what? There are about how many other crazy people around the world who are experiencing the very same thing. Here's one of them. So, all right, I am crazy. I'll admit that I'm crazy, hopefully in good ways. But please know that the telepathy is absolutely real. This whole journey is real. The synchronicities are real. They are pointing to things that are unfolding now. And if you cannot see that happening in the physical right now, please know that it is okay. It's just that your beloved is still finishing up some things and you may have some little finishing touches to work through and you may not know it. And, I would definitely recommend assisting your twin as far as sending them support and encouragement energetically and love, so that way they can get through whatever it is they need to finish up before union. Okay, so I just wanted to say that, and thank you so very much, everybody, for all your support with this channel. And I just want to wish everyone who celebrates Beltane or May Day a very, very happy Beltane, happy May Day. And this month is going to be pretty amazing. So hopefully this will help any of you out there who have maybe lost their faith just a little bit. Remember, guys, from the heart of the darkness is born the light. Many blessings, and I will see you all next week. Take care. Lots of love. Bye.